and making certain that we can continue the great work that we've been doing for 41 years. Please take a look at every one of our sponsors in our journal. Thank you to every sponsor. Thank you for taking an ad out in our journal. That surely helps us to keep the work going. Just your being here tonight.
At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the person that's been steering the ship for the last several years, and she has been an amazing addition to the family here at PRAHD. And I dare say that we've been able to grow tremendously over the last several years because of her guidance and very, very hard work. She's very difficult to say no to. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Yvonne Lopez.
Welcome, everyone. I want to share with you what an honor it is to have our acting governor, King Pradana, with us this evening. She has visited PRAHD, historical visits to the organization over the last 2 years, and she cares deeply about the people in our community. She cares about the nonprofits in our community. Acting Governor King Pradana, I'm just so thrilled to have you here with us this evening. On behalf of our board of directors, our staff, our community, our supporters, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. And please join me in welcoming Acting Governor King Pradana.
All right, so skip the R and the D part. The color of money is green. Right? It's true. And we are from all over the state. I have some of my neighbors from Monmouth Beach here. Where are you over there? There we go. I have a look-alike from my brother-in-law, Pat Guadagno, who is here. Right? It's an all-in kind of situation. If you find a cause that you believe in, it's not hard to show up. It's not hard to stand up and show up. But for the honorees tonight, you know it's a commitment. It's a huge commitment. So I wanted to come tonight and first congratulate the honorees. I'm going to start with my friend Valerie from Bayside Cycling. Valerie, congratulations. Monte Carlo, sorry. Steve Jobin, Barry Rosengarten, thank you so much. Wells Fargo. Yeah. You know, as much as I would like to say that government can do everything, we all know better. Sometimes we don't want government to do everything. Sometimes we want people to step up and give their time and their money, and that's what tonight is all about. Sometimes it's the personal touch that makes the difference in people's lives, makes the difference in all of our lives, quite frankly. So I was proud to be here when Yvonne invited me. It's not the first time I have been at PRAHD. I like to say sometimes I'm the acting governor and the lieutenant governor and the 33rd secretary of state. One job, no salary, or one job, one salary, no pension for the people in the room. I guess that's kind of a, no, it's kind of a Republican joke. Shoot, now I know it doesn't work. Oh, well. But I'm here for Yvonne. I'm here for PRAHD. I'm here because I've seen up close and personal myself the impact one agency, one group of people can have on the lives of so many others exponentially. And I don't mean just through the African American History Month, where you try to reach across generations and cultures and make friends. I don't mean just Three Kings, when you give presents to children who, quite frankly, may not otherwise have Christmas. I mean every day when you open up your food pantries and your kitchens and your social programs to people that you don't even know, to make sure they have a better life and a giving life. Yvonne, thank you so much for what you do at PRAHD. It's just amazing.
Good evening. Buenas noches. It's wonderful to be here. I'm one of so many supporters of the Puerto Rican Association for Human Development. I congratulate my dear friend Yvonne. She has been a blessing to the association. She's a hard worker. She's so dedicated. It's wonderful to see how everyone has actually bought into the mission and the vision of making help so many countless families that just need a helping hand. And I kudos to all of you. And I know firsthand also how hard the staff works at the agency. You see the families that come in, and every time they're greeted with so much respect and love, and they know that people are there willing and able to help. And I also want to welcome our Lieutenant Governor. It's wonderful to see you here, and she's right. It's not the first time that she's been here. I've been at several events where she has attended, so thank you for supporting the agency. But I have the honor to actually speak about 3 people that I know firsthand. Well, one of them is Mr. PRAHD, and that's Barry Rosengarten. I am so indebted to him. He has always been here for the city of PRAHD, and the best fireworks under his leadership have happened in our city, and I can't thank him. He is always giving to our community, and he is just, again, someone who just gives all the time. So thank you, Barry. And also Ms. Montecalvo, thank you, Barry, for everything that you also do for our community. These are just dedicated servants, and I can't forget our dear friend Steve Jobin. Where's Steve? The YMCA yesterday, and where was he? In one of our public schools. And what was he doing? Sharing with our the students a great program that is being sponsored through the YMCA, and he just gives countless hours and is such a dedicated person.
You're a very good friend. On behalf of my wife's side and I, we're very delighted to have served as the co-chairs. But I have to tell you that I really have to thank the members of the Gala committee because they really made our job a lot easier. We just showed up for a couple meetings, made some phone calls, and here we are. But we're really delighted. Also, I'd like to recognize Yvonne Lopez. She has received a lot of recognition today because she's doing the right thing for the Puerto Rican Association. She is, in fact, the driving force of the agency. So for that, I thank you very much, Yvonne. And also, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the honorees. Thank them for your accomplishments, for your participation, and your support to the Puerto Rican Association. We really value your support, and I hope that that support continues. Also, I really have to make a special mention of our dear friend, Barry Rosengarten. We've known Barry for over 30 years. And not only is he a friend, but he built my house, and we're neighbors, and he's here with his lovely wife, Nicole, also very dear friends.
Thank you, Juan Carlos. Hi, everyone. It's really my honor and privilege to present this year's Corporate Excellence Award to Wells Fargo. Tonight, although we're honoring the organization as a whole, I would like to give special thanks and recognition to my friend, Fran Pacheco, Fran was PRAHD's former board chair, and we got to know each other very well. She's a wonderful woman. And I also would like to recognize Wanda Sykes. Please join me in congratulating Wells Fargo.
At the center of our brand is our brand promise. It says what we stand for and how we differ from our competitors and why customers and the community should care. We sum up our promise in 2 words: working together. We make that promise every time we open our doors or we ask for your business. I am pleased as well to know that as we all work together, we can accomplish great things. I would like to acknowledge my colleagues and my friends who are here this evening, and congratulations to tonight's honorees. Lastly, want to leave you with this thought. Remember, there is always a choice about the way you do your work, even if there is not a choice about the work itself. Azúcar, and thank you.
However, it's my honor to introduce the recipient of the Goodwill Ambassador Award, Valerie Montecalvo. For Valerie, philanthropy is also a family affair, and her husband and children all support Valerie's mission of providing goodwill unto others. Valerie and her husband, Frank, operate a rescue program for large breed dogs. Her son, Frankie, a professional champion race car driver, by the way, through his sport contributes to a wide range of causes, most notably Camp Boggy Creek, a nonprofit organization that has made it possible for children with serious illnesses to enjoy a camp experience in a safe and medically sound environment. Nicole, her daughter, uses her event planning and marketing skills to assist the Bayshore team in philanthropic events and partnerships to help struggling organizations meet their fundraising and operational goals. Valerie is extremely deserving of tonight's recognition, and her goodwill has extended itself throughout her company, family, and friends. Tonight, I'm honored to bring Valerie Montecalvo to the stage to accept the Goodwill Ambassador Award. I personally admire her altruism and immense heart that is always willing to accept another charitable cause. I would like to all of you to join me in welcoming with an immense applause, Valerie Montecalvo. Thank you.
Wow, everyone. Good evening. I'm so humbled and honored to be given this award and to hear those kind words because it really means so much for myself and my family to help the community. I want to thank PRAHD and the Gala committee members for making the 29th Annual Roberto Clemente Gala for PRAHD so successful this year. So let's give all of them a hand because look at this. This is just fabulous. I'd like to tell a little story about when I first met Yvonne when she came to PRAHD in 2011. She reached out to me through some mutual friends, and we had lunch, and she told me all about this great organization. And I was so surprised. It was right here in Perth Amboy, and coincidentally, Bayshore Recycling started out in Perth Amboy. We started on South 2nd Street. We quickly outgrew that site, and then we went to 1050 State Street, and then outgrew that site, and we ended up in Woodbridge. But when I saw what Yvonne was doing, I said, I'd like to be involved. I don't know how, but I would like to be involved in some way. So we attended the first Roberto Clemente Gala in 2012 with some of our staff, and it was just a day before a very historic event that happened. What we thought was going to be a mild storm turned out to be Superstorm Sandy. And I had no idea when I left the Renaissance that evening what we were in for, that our lives had so dramatically changed. So we were so committed, and even at our business, where the site that we own is under the Raritan bridges, and it hasn't flooded in 300 years. And during the storm, we had 6 feet of water in our offices, and one of our buildings burned down. And subsequently, a year later, we had another devastating fire, which we all are sure was from the electrical failure because of Hurricane Sandy. But when side by side, not only my employees, but everybody worked together and with Yvonne and her team, and we saw what we can give back to the community despite all of our own setbacks, it was just the most rewarding experience. So thank you so much, everyone, for this honor. I'm humbled and proud to receive it, but I hope to continue in the good work and follow in Yvonne's footsteps and all of our other great honorees and do good work for how fortunate we've all been. Thank you.
The Outstanding Business Leader Award is meant to honor an individual that has used their business savvy and professional success to advance philanthropic organizations and activities to better the interests of the people living in their communities. Recipients of this award are aware that their professional achievements in business must be maximized to assist in the spreading their success to individuals in need. By this definition, there is truly no one more deserving of this distinction than Barry Rosengard. Barry is a very unique individual because he understands business in the classical sense and the business of goodwill to others. Barry believes that nothing is purely selfless and that the gift of giving is getting back the joy of being able to do so. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Barry Rosengarten to the stage to receive this award for Outstanding Business Review.
They told me I had to cut this down to 2 or 3 words. It was impossible. But I would give 2 words, and that would be thank you. And it's thank you to everybody. But in fact, I wrote some comments so that I could stick to a script and not wander off and say so many things that I want to say, but restrict myself to just having the pleasure of being with you. So I say, buenas noches. Good evening, Mayor Diaz, clergy, honored guests. I wish to take a moment to thank so many of my associates, friends, and family for sharing this event. And to the Roberto Clemente Ball Committee, who guarantees that your fun tonight will be long remembered. I was dancing before, I can't wait to get started again. And especially to my wonderful sailing mate, who not only indulges my passion for sailing, but enjoys it with me, my best friend, my beautiful wife, Nicole. I also wish to recognize and thank 2 very special friends, Yolanda Flores and Roxana Troche. They both have several titles and many responsibilities. Yolanda is my personal assistant. She is a wonderful Rosengarten realtor, that's my business plug, and owner of American PRAHD Bait and Tackle Store. And Roxana Troche, who doubles as executive director of the 29thAnnual Business Improvement District and manager of the UEZ. Both ladies have used their spare time, some spare time, to support and assist me and our very small team. In every way, they have helped. They've helped to create, find funds, market our programs, and proudly produce the incredible tasks which we've accomplished to deliver many programs, including our Bill of Rights celebration, the spectacular day, wonderful Independence Day fireworks extravaganza, all with the support of Mayor Diaz, her staff, and Councilman Bill Petrick, as well as South Amboy's Mayor Fred Henry, Councilwoman Suzette Datto, and my dear friend, Council President Mickey Gross, representing our sister city of South Amboy. If you'll permit me to close with a quote from George Bernard Shaw, that some of my closest friends who accuse me of being used have heard on prior occasions, which I adopted as my credo, and I quote, "This is the true joy in life, that being used for a purpose recognized by yourself as a mighty one, that being a force of nature instead of a feverish, selfish little clod of ailments and grievances, complaining that the world will not devote itself to making you happy. I am of the opinion that my life belongs to the whole community, and it is my privilege to do for it whatever I can. I want to be thoroughly used up when I die, for the harder I work, the more I live. I rejoice in life for its own sake. Life is no brief candle to me. It is a sort of splendid torch which I've got a hold of for the moment. I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before passing it on to future generations. I want to thank you all for supporting PRAHD. Please continue.
Tonight, it is my honor to present Steve Jobin with the Roberto Clemente Award. And after discussing potential award recipients, we thought of a candidate who embodied Roberto Clemente's philanthropic spirit. Steve Jobin became the immediate choice. Steve has dedicated his entire career inadvertently following in Roberto Clemente's footsteps, creating an amazing legacy that would undoubtedly continue to grow. There are many similarities between Roberto Clemente and Steve Jobin. However, chief among them is the concept of a servant's heart. Like Roberto Clemente, Steve believes that if you are going to provide help, it must be on the client's terms to facilitate long-term change. And it is with the servant's heart that Steve has connected with the community. He believes that helping others is a natural process, and while we may want to force change. A lot of us want to force change. He believes that the freedom of choice is far more important. Steve's love for the families and children of Caribbean Amboy and Middlesex County is also on this love for others. Every morning, Steve is greeted by the individuals that he assisted, which serve as a living testament to his work. And while I can continue to make parallels and draw parallels between Steve Jobin and Roberto Clemente, I would like to allow his sons to say the rest. Steve is a true family man, and it is my honor to welcome his sons, RJ and Sean, to read him an open letter and to present their father with this incredible distinction. Please welcome Steve Jobin's sons, RJ and Sean, to the podium.
Good evening, my name is Sean. And I'm RJ, and I know some of you are thinking why I have pink hair. It's for breast cancer awareness. It seems like just yesterday we were wrestling on the carpet of the living room floor, even though work got the best of you. Our dad, Steve Jobin, always went out of his way to make sure our lives was the best it can be, even if it means him sacrificing something just to better us. This is the kind of person that deserves this award. Our dad woke us up at 7:30 a.m. on a Saturday morning after Superstorm Sandy hit and said, "We're leaving in 15 minutes to Staten Island so we can help give people food," right after their homes were destroyed by the storm. Or how he dragged us out, half asleep, to build a playground at the YMCA, because we all know he's not playing on it. And even after running for 3 hours at either my soccer practice or RJ's cross country, having us go down to Maple Street and assist in building the childcare until 6 p.m. every night.
What we were trying to say is our dad put the thoughts of the community before anything. Coming home at 8 p.m., maybe 9 p.m. some days, because he was making a difference in this community and still finding a way to separate his home and work, and we both took it so much for granted until now. We realize how much of an impact he's made in not only our lives, but in the city of Caribbean. From the days of my wrestling practice, to both of our baseball practices, to my cross country and basketball practice, and then to Sean's soccer game or soccer practice, he always found a way to find time to love us. Even though love sounds so simple, it's more than just a word. It's an affection he has made both of us feel all the time. He gives us every opportunity to succeed, and I can't ask more from him. My dad puts more effort into us and this town than he does himself. And even though at times he's not feeling well, he's still waking up at 5 or 6 a.m. to go to work, knowing he makes a difference in someone's life. For all you do for us, your family, and this city, you 100% deserve this award, the Roberto Clemente Award. Congratulations.
Oh boy. I like Barry. I consider Barry kind of a mentor of mine, so I'm going to be like him tonight. I'm going to try to stick to my script. When Yvonne told me about this award, I said, Yvonne, Roberto Clemente died on a mission of mercy, delivering pharmaceuticals to earthquake victims in Nicaragua, and quite honestly, I run the Y. So, I guess there's some comparisons there. But the mission of mercy is the description of the tragic plane crash that took the life and cemented the legacy of Roberto Clemente. His unparalleled Hall of Fame baseball accomplishments are simply dwarfed by his compassion and desire to help others. Those here tonight share and continue this mission of mercy. Tonight, it's most certainly not about me, it's about we. I'm sure if Roberto Sr. was here, he would be able to reflect on certain folks that influenced and supported him during his days. Like him, I'm honored and blessed to have a loving family, as you can tell, a supportive home and work family, and my folks from the YMCA are over here, so thank you to my Y family. I want to thank and acknowledge my boys, Sean and Ronald, my beautiful and lovely wife, Lori, who's here with us. my parents, Barbara and Ron, and my sister, Laura, and my brother-in-law, Keith, and my mother-in-law, Carol Kehoe. Cousin Kate and Charlie are also here, so thank you very much for coming. My YMCA family, like the PRAHD family, is led by a group of volunteers. Thanks to the YMCA Board of Directors for their passion, vision, and strategic influence to positively change things in our community. Could you please stand and be acknowledged? Much like the PRAHD staff, the YMCA team is the heart of what we do. And it's also the best part of how we do it. Quite honestly, parents could care less who the CEO is. The why to them is their after-school counselor, as someone stole my speech, is the swim instructor, is the counselor in the summer camp program. Those are the people that make the difference every day, and we're simply there to put them in the spot to make that difference. I've been fortunate to be surrounded by some truly great men, as I've just indicated. However, there's one person that, quite honestly, is undoubtedly the leader in my life, and that's my dad, who's over here. He is truly one of the kindest, gentlest, loving people you will ever meet, and thanks, Dad. So, we sure did. I would be remiss if I didn't share some things that we together have accomplished. In partnership with PRAHD, we serve more than 500 children during summer camp. This partnership is a great demonstration of how collaboration creates efficiencies and economies of scale to serve more families. We teach every single second grader, 750 of them, water safety instruction in partnership with the Board of Education. Also in partnership with the Board of Ed and Cathedral International, we opened a preschool for 75 3- and 4-year-olds. In partnership with the Charter School and Personalized Learning Academy, we host more than 450 students every day for gym class at the Y. As you can see, there is not one single thing here that I have done. This is about we. This is about a community working together. As you can see, nothing is accomplished alone. A collaborative approach is the only way to get things accomplished. It is through trust and relationships that you truly get things done. At the Y of having an agenda, we absolutely do. And that agenda is to simply share that mission of mercy that Roberto Clemente started. And we have to continue that legacy today. Thank you very much.